Good morning everyone, it's Rachel here and we are doing my final prompt for this wonderful 12 days of Christmas we've been doing. It's day 11 today and we're doing a wreath. So Sarah is also doing the same prompt tomorrow, but hers is going to be completely different to mine. So I was debating between this one here and this one here, and I think I'm going to do this three-dimensional one. I found it on Amazon. It's not a usual thing to find here in Italy. I do believe, because I searched for them on, I googled them, I wrote dimensional wire wreath or something like that, and I found that in the States, like places like Walmart had them and stuff like that. So I imagine that you guys over there can get them quite easily. My other issue is I have no clue where my hot glue would be, so I'm going to have to stitch everything on, so you'll just have to bear with me. I'm going to just stitch it. I've got this roving here. It's kind of like, I don't know what kind of grey lilac-y sort of colour, but I thought I might pad it up with that because I did fancy myself doing weaving and I never got round to it, so I'm just going to use it for this. So I'm just going to kind of do a vague coverage of it with the roving. I think I'll go, I've never done this before, so you'll just have to bear with me. And I'm going to go around here. So I want to do all the things. I wanted to do the other one as well. But time is not my friend. I may do that one. I know how I would like to do that one. I have one in my Christmas fun book, the PDF book that I have, and that one is a foam one. I didn't want to do that one again. I've already got it. It's downstairs somewhere. I tried to find it to pull it out because I usually pull it out every Christmas except for when we were away for our renovation and when we were living in the other house, and it's at the back. So I'm hoping I've got enough of this stuff because it's going to be an issue if I don't. Other thing would have been, I'm a bit disorganized. If I'd had some, I can spread this out a little bit. If I'd had just some beige wool, that would have been really good. I don't actually think I'm going to make it all the way around, but we'll see. I'll have to take it off, which I would do off camera. I won't torture you. And look, I'm getting tangled in all the things. So I've pulled out, so you need a frame, a wreath. You can have a foam one. You can have, and you may decide that you just want to do one of ours. Sarah's, as I said, is going to be completely different. So maybe watch her video tomorrow and then decide. Obviously, it would depend also what can you find. Can you find one of these if you're in the UK or in Europe somewhere? I found it on Amazon, so you should be able to. It took a few days to arrive. It took about a week. No, probably 10 days to arrive. I tell a lie. And then I don't know in Australia. I really don't know. Certainly the metal ones are easier to find, more common. I might make it. Wishful thinking, I think. If I can get around here. Just spread it out a little bit. If there's gaps, it doesn't, oh dear, I didn't make it. So, yep, I am going to have to, I don't think I've got anything else that I can put there. So I'm going to have to pause the camera and redo it, spreading it out further. So I'll be back in a second. I got around. So I threaded a needle somewhere. I can't see it. I didn't stick it back in my thing. I probably should have my mat down, shouldn't I? I can't see where my threaded needle is. I know I threaded one. I didn't want to let go of this. Let me just, maybe I could put oh no, that might not be such a good idea, putting a paper clip on there. I had it. Oh, here it is. Is this it? No, that's not it. But there's enough thread on there. I'll use that. Okay. So I have managed to go around. What I did was I pulled it tighter too than what I was doing. I'm just going to put a few stitches in. Hopefully it will hold it. I had another thought. I could cut strips of hemp and wrap it in hemp. That would have been good. But anyway, let's just stitch this, and hopefully, I'm pretty much going to cover it. I think it's not the right color. In hindsight, I should have had a whole lot of cream wool. Just want to make sure I catch it all. Okay, so that should hold it, and as I wrap it, it will strengthen, of course. So that's just to cover the green. And I mean, this could be really, it could be not work at all. I'm just going to prepare myself a needle, so that way I am ready to go. Easier said than done. Oh my wordy lordy. Come on. I had it threaded and I accidentally pulled it out. No, not happening. I'll get one with a bigger eye. There's no reason to have a little skinny mini one. Okay, so I'm thinking now I'm going to wrap in hemp. So it's going to be nice and padded. So I'm going to pause the camera because I thought I could wrap it in sari silk, but I think I would like the color of the hemp. And I have more hemp than I do sari silk. I also have this thing here. This stretches, but I think I'm going to use that. This is Italian. It's like a tubey thing, so you can fill it if you want to. And also this green one is a tube. And I was thinking like I could cut that there and then slide it on and have it green. So that's another thought. I may do two. Maybe not two fully on camera because it will take a while. I've also got these here too. I thought I could use those. Oh, I'm wondering if I could cut strips of this. I think I still prefer the hemp. So let me just pause and I'll get my hemp. Okay, so I struggled with the hemp. I've just wrapped it around there. I also realized that I was off screen for this bit. All I did was some stitches like that to hold that in place. But with the hemp, I'm not going to do it all in hemp because the hemp, I'll do it like alternately, like in these sorts of sections. And over here, I'm going to try the sari silk because the hemp didn't maneuver so well. So I was really having a hard time with it. So I'm going to try this, see how this goes. I'll have to, oh, that was good. I feel like I'm starting to get stressed with this whole wreath thing. It's just not doing it for me. I think I might cut myself a length so I don't have to deal with the ball. I'll just snip it there. That's a rather long length. I would have preferred to not have to do that, but anyway. And I want to kind of flatten it out. You wouldn't have thought this is going to be so difficult, would you? Definitely better cutting a length. Okay, don't whisper, Rachel, and don't pull the thing towards you. Now, I too tend to pull things towards me because I need to, you know, maybe it's easier to hold on to it, or for whatever reason, I do find myself pulling it towards me. So I'm trying to consciously tell myself, don't do that. And I'm pulling this tight. Much easier to maneuver than the hemp. And my issue, my hardest part here is the pointy bit. Possibly I don't want it so wide down here, but anyway, here we go. And then what I'm going to do, it's not going to be a perfect point, I'm just going to come back up, but it is all twisting, so I just want to periodically flatten it out. I didn't want this to take so long because there's the embellishing that needs to happen. I'm going to go back over there. Anything that's sticking out, I think I'll just go and put a few stitches in and hold it. Just want to flatten this out a little bit. Tuck that in over there if I can. I'm definitely not using the hemp on the pointy bits. I need to pull that a bit tighter. Okay, I'm going to put a stitch in there. Okay. Still not 100% convinced about this, so we'll see how it goes. Still looking like it's been bandaged. Okay, now I'm going to grab a piece of hemp and I can start wrapping here. if I'd had the roving the right color, that could have just been good. Like I would have liked a cream, like the color of the hemp. Then I could have used it. But as I didn't, I decided to cover it up. Oh, I might want to end that off, huh? Let's grab another piece of this. Right. Okay, you get the idea. I think I'll pause it because this is going to take a really long time. We're not even quite halfway yet. So I'll pause it, I'll finish it off, and then we'll move on to the next thing. It's going to go over there. Yeah, okay. Okay guys, so my points, they're unraveling. So I've figured out how to do them properly. These ones that shouldn't unravel. So what I'm doing is, I'm not crying. I am giving that a snip there, and I'll show you how I'm dealing with it. I'm going to put just a stitch in there. Now, if you had hot glue, which I don't know where mine is, as you know, it's not something that appears to have come back up into the house when we moved back in last year. That would, you could just put a dollop of hot glue and everything would just sit in its spot. However, I'm not, so I'm just going to show you what I'm doing to rectify my issues. Big issues they are. I won't fix all of them on camera, I'll just fix the one. So what I realized, because I'm silly, is that if I took my sari silk and wrapped it around there, hello, I'm sure you're saying, hello Rachel, wake up to yourself. Wrapped it around there and came up here, that covered my point. Now this piece may not be long enough because I have cut it, but then I just wrap it here. It is a fiddly business. I'm not sure which type Sarah's doing tomorrow, but I think hers will be less fiddly than mine because she's doing a round one, I think. Now, I just want to widen this, and I'm struggling with it. Oh, because it's got threads. Okay. I want to get around there. And that is already better. And I put a stitch in there and hold that in place. I think I'll stitch it over here. But what I'm going to do is do it again, I think, just to make sure it all stays in place. And also I've got some roving peekabooing out the side there, which I don't want. I do recommend having your knot ready to go. So I'm going to grab another piece of sari silk, a nice long piece. You can see how neat those ones are. See, it's much neater now. I'm going to tuck that in there. It's very thick. See if I can pull it a bit tighter. This one appears to be opening a little bit better. Okay. And then take it back up there, wrap it there, and that feels much tighter, and then I'll just stitch that. So I'm going to fix these the last two unraveling ones. This one's a bit chunky, but I don't care. I'm just getting on with it, and I will be back in a sec. Okay, so my chunky wreath is wrapped, and it does look a bit like a mummy star. And I'm thinking I'm going to, if I can find the end of this, use this as well. Let me see. Do I want to? I'd have to cut a length. I'm just going to cut a length. And I'm just going to, I could even tie it. So I don't have to stitch it, I'll just tie it. And I'm going to wrap this around just to add a little bit of bling. Let's see if I can get this to go through. Yes, and I'll trim that off. Right. Might take away the you know, bandage look. I'm sorry if I go off screen, it's actually a little bit awkward. I probably don't have a long enough length, but I think if I had it any longer, I wouldn't be able to manage it so well. Okay, so I'm going to get some more. Oh, the other one was shorter. Okay, that's all right. So I'll just tie this on here. And as I mentioned before, if I had the glue, you know, just a little thing of glue would make life so much easier. Okay. And I'm just going to wrap over that and hopefully hold it in place. It's like I'm holding my breath. I don't think I'm going to make it around with this one either. Now this time, because that piece finishes there, I am going to actually tie it. No, it's going to be quite tough. So I hold on to that. Do you think I can tie it with this? Maybe. Okay, good. Oh, normally I wrap the other way, but I don't think it matters. So now my star has a bit of sparkle-larkle on it, which I'm not opposed to. And just wrap back up, and then I need to go over here and through there. And I think what I can do is slide it through here. Very strange knot going on there, but I've done it. Okay, so I'll put that over there. Right, now I had a wobbly end. I thought that can, no, that long one there, I thought that can be the bottom kind of thing. And I now need to think, what do I want to put on here? So, I did pull that out. No. Holly leaves. Let's just see what's in here. I've got some big ones. I need to play with a few things and see what I'd like to put on. Okay. If that's too, would need some bling on it. Sort of need to play around with it and see what I might like. Okay, I'm just going to have a think and then I will be back. The struggle is real. I wish I had a glue gun and I don't. So I don't want to go out and buy one. I'm sure I've got them downstairs. I just want to show you how I do this. So I'll grab, where's my, oh, here it is. So what I do is I cut a square. It's really easy. Kind of a square. Actually, that's probably a bit big, but anyway, we'll do a big one. Actually, I'll trim it down just a little bit. Okay, so then kind of in the middle, cut triangles on all 4 sides out. Like so, and you can see your petals already coming about. And then round it. And you can layer them with different colors or do as I've done here and just have them single. So then I grab my thread, which is here. No, that's the bodgy needle. Where's the other one? Oh, where's the other one gone? Did I use it? I'm in such a mess, guys. It was not helping my cause. Okay. I'm grabbing another needle. Don't know where the other one went. Because I've never worked on a star before, I think it's called doing my head in. Okay, so I'm just going to fold this over like this. I'm going to put a few stitches in. It's a super long thread to hold it. Knots are an issue. Oh, I don't think I can get it out, but anyway. No, a knot is not good. More tangled now. Even more tangled. Okay, I'm just going to start again. I'm not going to mess with that if that's what's going to happen. We'll get rid of the knot. No, there's no knot there now. And we'll start again. So fold it over. Hopefully we don't get another knot. And then I'm just going to knot it so it doesn't come undone. Okay, and then just open it a little bit and you've got a bunched up flower. That one's really bunched up. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm going to stitch these gold leaves on here. Okay, and then I'm going to maybe attach, let's see, I wanted to attach this one, maybe over there. Hopefully I can do this without having the hot glue. Attach that one there. And then I wrap this around my finger, this red wool, and then I just tied it, and I thought that could be good, sort of sticking out the side somewhere, but I might add that in a minute. I want to add some greenery. Maybe have that one going like that. And it's not hard to stitch because we've got the roving in there. It's very soft. Just need that. I'll keep poking myself with that. So just
Mummy, I know you're filming.
yep.
There's something very important I have found out.
Oh, let me pause. Okay, guys. So the important thing was, what was it, Lulu?
On the 4th of June, there's Lana Del Rey's concert in Milan.
Oh,
And she's like one of my favourite singers, and I would love to go.
hear that, guys? She would love to go
They're
to Lana Del Rey.
tickets, from 11 in the morning on Thursday.
Oh, oh. Well, you'll be at school.
Oh, true. I forgot about that. Oh no.
And who would go?
Elia would go. Interesting.
Yeah, interesting. Anyway, I'm concentrating on stitching these. I'm liking the look of this so far. Let's see if I can mess it up because I've been very messy today. I do like that. Let's have a look at this. I think I would need to maybe I'm just going to wrap that around like so, kind of like a tassel, and then I'll trim it, I think. Tuck that under there to have a bit of red. Let me stitch that in. So you can see I'm just continuing to stitch all the things on with the one thread. Let's see if I can get my needle out. Making my life difficult. I'm thinking I'm going to like it when it's done. I'm actually going to put a stitch in here as well to hold those in place. Okay, and that's gonna, I'm gonna cut that. That's gonna be all fluffy. I've got this weird thing that I did. I'll have to show you how I did that after. That's the same color as that. Let's cut another piece of this, another leaf out of that one. You'll be expert leaf cutter outers by the end of this. Put that one in there. I can tuck under that. Oh yes, it's coming together, I think. Methinks. Good thing it's so soft to stitch through. Oh dear, I've got a knot. Can I force it through? Yes. I did fancy putting beads on, but I don't think I will. This video has been long enough. Okay, now this knot is a problem, so I have to take that out, snip it off, and I'll thread another needle just so I can continue on with that thread for a minute. And I wanted to add this, so I'm going to squish that in. I just went around in a little circle and then gathered this one because it's thinner fabrics, and I'm going to squish it in there like that. I want them all squished up together. Oh my goodness. For the life of me, I can't thread it. Got it. Okay. That's fairly firm. And then I wanted to put, this is a really thick felt. I did the same thing. I just folded it up and caught it there. And that one, will I put that one on yet? I think I need to put some leaves on first. Do I want another gold? This was like a, you know, a bundle of Christmassy sort of vegetation sort of things, and I pulled them apart. Now, do I want that there? Let's just play around with the composition before I lock anything in. I've got this that could stitch over there and have that peekabooing out. I have this one, maybe that one there. Yes, that's better. And maybe this one. No, maybe not that one. We could have some red. Okay, I'm going to stitch this. Where's my needle? There. I'm just going to stitch this one on over here. Tangled in my flower. Oh, and I have unthreaded, haven't I? I've gone quiet. Honestly, this has really stressed me out doing this. I think it's really what it is. It's a time factor that I'm aware of. If I were doing it by myself, I'd be really enjoying it. But because I have to do it on, I'm doing it on camera, and the fact that it takes a little bit of time to think about it, and I know that it's going to be a super long video, that's what's getting me. And the fact that I can't thread my needle to save my life. Okay, I give up. This is not my day. I'm just going to use this one. I'll end that off afterwards. I'll put my leaf on because we'll be here till tomorrow. I must actually attach a little bit of red, this over here. Hopefully we'll be able to see it. I'll show you how I did those in a second. I just want to get the composition sort of going, and then we'll be good. And I need another leaf. Was I going to put the gold? Oh, was the question. I think so. Yep, let's put the gold there. So what I'm doing is putting what's behind on first. So once I've done this, I'll show you how I made those little red fluffy bits, and then I'm going to put something else maybe over here or up here, but just a smaller version of what we've already done. I'll do that off camera because otherwise this is just the longest video ever, but it's really just more of the same. Okay, and then I'm going to squish this flower in here. It is a bit white, isn't it? I think I might like that bit in. Just let me see if I just have that little bit peeking out. I think I'm going to attach that as well. I just did a running stitch on the taffeta and pulled it to get that sort of funny shape. I mean, it's totally bizarre shape that I've created there. And then I'm going to squish. Do I want this one or do I want a different? I think that one's really big. I think I want a smaller one because otherwise it's totally, I don't want another one of those. That's the same. Just let me see what I've got down here. So I have some already cut. I don't want the same as that, but I could have something like that. Put that in there. I think I might, oh, it's too similar. Too similar. What about this? This will be good. Okay, so I'm actually just going to do something terrible and do it like this while I'm still attached to the thing. And then I'm going to stitch it on there, in there, slot it in there. So obviously the more you get on here, the harder it is. But honestly, make your pieces and glue it on with a glue gun. Don't do what I'm doing. Yeah, that's better. It's getting there. Now I just need to come up through my flower. And there we go. Okay, I'm quite happy with that. So now I need to end it off. So I'm just going to come down in here where it's easy. And end it off here. You won't even be able to see it. Just wiggle it about. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Okay, but I do need a balancing one on the other side. I'm just going to grab this needle and thread this and end that one off because that one wasn't attached to anything. You know, I was imagining berries and all kinds of things on my thing, but It's not been so easy. I may need to go and buy a glue gun. Okay, that's ended. Right, I'm liking that. So I'm going to put something, let me see, I have to hold it up, sorry guys. I'm going to put something up on this bit over here, just this little bit here. So I'll do the same sort of thing, so it matches obviously. Oh look, that came off. I'll just stitch that back on because it's shortened, so it didn't all catch. So that's easy because it's all fabric, so I just stitch it. So yeah, I'll do that, but I wanted to show you quickly how I did. Oh good Lord, it's just not my day, honestly. It's a no day. I had to go and pick up Lulu early from school. She was having an off day. Not feeling sick, just bad day. Teary, not a good day. Okay, so I had just a little rectangle like this. I don't even know what type of fabric this is. I don't even remember where it came from. So you can do it with ribbon as well. I just, and I think it's a thing, but I had never done it before. Just go along like this with your running stitch. This is the bodgiest needle. Now I haven't put a hanging thing, but I would tie something up there or stitch something onto the back of it if I wanted to hang it, but I actually want to put this, and see, and then you just gather it. You gather and you get that little bauble sort of shape. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I'm not putting a hanging thing because I'm going to just put this up on my shelf. I have a space for it. Okay, so that's that. Now I'm going to put you on pause and then I'm going to be back. Okay, so it's done. That is my wreath. It's a bit wild, but I like it. And I'm pretty pleased with all these little... Oh, I've got to snip that. Let's do that. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with it. It was a struggle because, as I told you multiple times during the video, I didn't have hot glue. Hot glue would have made life so much easier if I didn't have to stitch it. So honestly, you won't struggle as much if you've got your hot glue. You will find it not hard at all. It'll just be a matter of gluing all the bits on. I like the effect of the fluffiness. So as I said, I just wrapped it around my fingers, took it off, and then tied it in the center. Yeah, that's much better. So that's how it's going to look. Yes, I'm really pleased with that. I don't think it needs any beads. It's got sparkly velour or velvet and sparkles on the felt, and there's all different textures and everything. So yeah, I think that's it. I could come back if I did have some hot glue and glue in some berries here and there, would be nice. That might happen, but for now it's done. So totally stitched, no glue. But if you have glue, just create all of your elements. So remember, a square, cut out your little triangles and then round them and then bunch it up to create that look. And so that's all we did there. That I wrapped around my fingers. You know how to cut those out by now. Here I just on the, just say this was the piece of strip of taffeta sort of fabric. What I did was I stitched, running stitch down there, and then I went zigzag, up and down, zigzag, and that got that bunched bit. I just showed you how to do that one, and that's really it. Nothing too complicated in this, except for this part. This part was really a struggle, but again, if I'd had my hot glue, I would have been able to glue things down and it would have stayed in place. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you didn't feel my stress. I felt my stress. Oh, I know what I wanted to add. Sorry guys, just a minute. I wanted to see if I wanted to add a bell. Do I want to add a bell anywhere? that would be nice. Oh, I may stitch in a white bell, I think. And then I just wanted to check. I nearly forgot. Where are they? Of course I can't find them. Where are they? Oh, maybe they're up here. I don't want any wood beads. Gold pom-poms. Do I want to add one of these? Which would be a task. Adding one of those. Oh, I could add one there. I don't know if I'll be able to, but I may add that there. Let's see. I think I would like the bell down there. So I may go ahead and add those. Yes, I think I will. So, yes, that's it. I'm done. I'm happy, and that's going to go up on my shelf. So, thank you so much for watching. Sarah will have a different one, less fiddly, probably tomorrow. But if you can be bothered, it's worth it. It's fun if you're not doing a video. All right, thank you so much for watching. Bye.